Come back, YouTube. That was Chewy. Hello. I'm Tutu UK. I don't know what this is. This is just an after Christmas pickups video. 2017 in review, 2018 looking forward. Odds and sods and shit. A bit of everything. It is a mishmash. It is a melting pot. Day before New Year's Eve, so probably the last video of the year. Oh, hope we all had a good Christmas anyway. Yeah, ate too much, drank too much, like me, and had a good time. A very quiet one for me. I'm not a big Christmas fan in that respect. It's all for the kids. I think I've mentioned that loads of times before. But yeah, the wife got me Chewy. Well, I say got me. She got Chewy. Let's put it that way. But I thought I'd show it. The dog's got absolutely fucking insane for that. So yeah, we can't really piss about with it too much. But it's yeah, very funny, very amusing. So like I say, last video of the year. Thought I'd show my face. I've still got the Saturn collection to do. I'm slowly trying to chip away at the missing manuals. There's still a few that are missing. 1 or 2 case upgrades. So hopefully that'll probably be like a New Year's video. That's what I'm planning on anyway, if I can manage to source some of the missing items. So yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it. I've got some absolute cracking finds today actually as well. And a bit of CXing again. Been doing a lot of CXing lately. Oh. Right. First, actually that's CX. That's CX. That's eBay. Let's do some Christmas. I don't need anything. I'm a grown man. None of us really need anything, do we? We've got some odds and sods, some gaming related stuff from the family, from the wife and whatnot. This wonderful jumper. I don't usually have a Christmas jumper. It is quite warm actually, and very comfortable. It's a nice material. But anyway, after daughter, I got some gaming button badges. All different sorts of ones there. After the wife, and after me over the daughter, I've got this mug. Yo, the best. It's quite funny. So they're off with 2 daughters, and then off the good lady wife. We have. I'll do this one first because the rest of it's all pretty much steamed. But let's see, pick this up. Burnout Culture. He got one of these. I've got to take the label off a bit better, but yeah, it's just a Super Nintendo notepad. Quite funky. Will I use it? Will I want to use it? I don't know. Maybe not. Probably about 3 of them, and then I'll use one and keep. That's quite funky. Some Zelda stuff. A lot of Zelda stuff actually. Link's Glass. I've never even looked at these, to be honest. I've just been sat here waiting. But okay, that's quite cool. Again, it's not one of these things I really want to use, but that is really nice. I think they've seen these in game.
The intent of my quest, with 2 cars together on the back of each hand, they could shut down Rupture Farms.
That's quite cool. So, Link's Glass. We have Link's Hot Heat Change mug. Oh, that's quite cool. Hello. So I don't see anything because obviously it needs to heat change, but it has got the Triforce in the bottom. That's quite funky. I've looked at these since I've had them. Not even opened the fucking boxes. And lastly, but not least, we have Link's light lamp. Light lamp. Light. I've got light boy. Oh fuck, I ain't getting that out. There's too much shit in that. So yeah, it looks like it's got a little stand and it illuminates. Let the path illuminate. Right. So the rest is just some bits I got from like a game, books from game. If I bite the bullet, I'm gonna buy it because I know pound to a penny when I want it, it'll be sold. I thought, buy it now, fuck it, done. Charity shop, eBay, and some CX, and that's it. then just have a quick chat, you know, just about how I found it last year and what the plans are for next year in terms of events and stuff like that. So stick around for that. If not, fuck off, do one, don't get too pissed, and have a good new year. If you're sticking around for all the bullshit waffle, I picked these up, and actually there's a CEX one I picked up weeks ago, but because everything that's gone on, I've just tried to keep it all some semblance of order. So these are like odds and sods. These ones I picked up a couple of weeks back now from like it's like a vintage bar, so it has like a lot of World War II memorabilia and stuff like that he sells every so often. Not even open all the time, it's just when he feels like it. I've had a few Mega Drive games out of there in the past, and I popped in again. He has a tabletop sale. So got any games? He said, well, hang on there. There's a Mega Drive on the stairs, and it's all smashed up. And they went up looking around. They come down with a little pot of other games, which I think I'd looked through before. But he left these ones in there, and I'm sure the last time he said, oh, I'm not selling them, but obviously he's willing to sell them now. So the 2600 games, he had quite a few. I picked out a load. I said, how much? It will make me an offer. I thought, fucking hell, go. And I said a 10, and he balked at it. Anyway, it worked out. I think he was after about £3 a game. Was it £3? Yeah, it was £3 because I got these two for a £5. One of these ones I think I've got. I think I've got it boxed, but I wasn't sure if I thought, well, for £2.50 I'll get it anyway. So I said the 2600 games, Quest for Quintana Roo, and I'm sure I've got that in the box, but I thought I'd bollocks to it. It's a nice label, a little bit dusty, so I'd had these in some sort of loft or whatever. And one game I don't own, and everyone probably owns this on the it's got 2600. Weirdly enough, or coincidentally enough, I think I got this, and then a week or so later, some guy put a message on one of the Facebook groups about a sort of documentary called Atari Game Over, and it's basically talking about this and digging these up in the Mexico desert. I can't remember what the site's called now. Someone tell me. So yeah, it's apparently, you know, even though there were loads of them, they're still worth a few quid. They've actually gone up in value, I think. It's E.T. Phone Home. Don't know if we do now. Very nice condition cartridge as well. Even with the dust cover. So yeah, for a £5, I thought. Well, I ain't got the E.T. anyway, so well, I suppose that's probably about £5 on its own. From game, we'll do game. You know what this is going to be anyway. I mentioned it before. I was in there the other week, and I turned it down. I went in there last week and I couldn't seem to see it. I went in today, and I think they must have moved stuff around, like sort of put a lot of the Nintendo stuff together. So I managed to bag me it's still got the shrink wrap on it. It'll probably stay on, to be honest. It is playing with Superpower. So yeah, they had 25 on it, down to 20. I didn't have any game credit because I usually buy the Sims 4 stuff for the girl, so I usually end up building a couple of quid up. I didn't. I thought I might have a £5 off, you know, but I didn't. So yeah, 20 quid. I know people sort of saying they picked it up for 17 online and this, that, and the other, but it was there. I could get it. I could see it. I know it's not all dinked up. Quite an interesting story. It's just fucking game people for you. It's got like the little security tag on it, and he was trying to make it beep. And then one of the women said, "I'll just rip it off." And I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!" Said, "You're not ripping the cellophane." So I got there was two. There's one more copy. I went, no, I was just going to try and pick this off. And as he was picking it, because he's trying to pick it not from, I don't know if you could, you know, this game had that seal, that round seal that splits into sort of 6 parts. He was trying to pick it from here, and I could just see the cellophane. I said, "Look, I'll just walk out. If it beeps, you know it's me." And the other one was so he's probably been done anyway, and it didn't beep anyway. But I thought, fucking numpty. There's no way you're doing that. Yeah, so instead of peeling off, you know, like the 3-part thing that they've got, he was trying to peel it from the dick. Any roads up. I've got it anyway now, that's the main thing. If it comes up at the works and it's cheap enough, I'll buy a few, you know. Bit of scalpage. As long as I get enough to get this back and end up it for free. It doesn't matter, does it? But I doubt they'll come up. It'll probably take a while for them to appear. But yeah, quite nice booklets. There's a few people that that done vids that have got these at Christmas and stuff like that, so I'm not going to bother. I say it's very akin to the Nintendo playing with Power One. See, now I've got a bug now for this fucking thing. It's that little white thing there. Look, that's what he's trying to get off. But obviously they cover it over with one of these seals, so But he was trying to pull this off from... Ha, gotcha. Anyway, it's just stuff like that. I don't like leaving it on because it ends up fucking welding itself to stuff. So any labels, any shit that I don't want, get off straight away. That's what I usually do. That's okay, I didn't realise that. They put a sticker over it. So that is the Nintendo playing with Superpower. It does even cover the Super Famicom. So yeah, it's got like it looks like a NTSC. I shall do charity shop. There's one I go into. It's Mind. I think it's Mind. I think something like that. Never usually have diddly squat. Always have a look at the kids' toys though, especially the DVDs, because sometimes they put games in there, which is what I always do. And there's a basket, like a wicker basket, and it had, I don't know if you can hear this, it's like the eggs, you know the eggs? Like a basket full of them, and I didn't really pay too much mind to it at all. And I think I had to move out of the way to look at the DVDs, or look at a DVD or something. Because obviously all the DVDs then sometimes say you find the odd PlayStation game in there, and it's not until I moved them and looked at, and one thing just caught my eye, which was this. I was like, oh, Japanese writing, because it's just a thing, and you know, Japanese culture. So I took it out, and I looked, and it's hard to sort of see what it is. This one's probably easy to see, but there was one that had it, and it was turned face. And I was looking at it, I thought, that's fucking Mappy, that's Namco. So what they are, what I've got is fucking about 40 of them. These little eggs. So I'm guessing out of, you know, Japan, these are rife everywhere, every single thing, you know, like you put your penny in, like a bit of Shenmue, put your, I think it's 100 yen, I think, turn the wheel and the little thing pops out and you collect them. Yeah, there's loads, there's you know, millions of variants of all different sort of things. But to find these in the UK, and there's a bag full of them. Now, it annoyed me is I haven't even got the full set. I've got all them fuckers, I got the full set. Shit, where's the... Oh, here we go. Because I've had to open some of them, because I had to juggle them around. So I've managed to get as many as I could find. I've looked online, I can't find them. I'm sure someone like James, Sadly James, or even if Soft Attack is watching. They're from 2005, so God knows where these have been. But you get like a little booklet, a little collector's booklet, which is what you can see. That's all the kanji stuff. But someone called Epoch. I've looked on Epoch's website. There you go. And it's just like, it is all like this kind of, you know, 100 yen egg machine. They're probably called something, I can't think what they're called now. But these are all the ones you can get. Hopefully you can see that. So I've got them all. I haven't got them all, obviously, because I haven't got them all. I haven't got Galaxian, and I haven't got the mouse from Mappy. So, yeah. But there's 40 odd. So what they are is these little ones. Look, little keychains. And lastly, and they wanted 50p each. Fucking hell! Because I was like, you know, initially I was like, oh, I'll just get the ones that I can sort of see that I need, and I thought, well, fuck it, if they're only going to be like 10p each, I must buy them a lot. Find home for them. You have to go on one of the events, stick them out and that, and then she was counting them. I think she said it was like 43, and I think no, 42. And I think she meant 42 quid, as in like 50p, loads of 50p's. And I said, oh, 42, so that's 20 quid. And so I said, she went, well, I said, tenner? She went, yeah, fine, so tenner. But I'll take them. So I'm not paying fucking 40 odd quid, you can piss off. Because I said, I would have picked out, if she said that, I just would have picked out the ones that I could see that weren't the same. But yeah, if anyone's interested in a couple of them, give me a shout. There's nothing, something of nothing, you know. If I put them at the event, I'll probably put them out for £1 each. I know it sounds a bit like fucking Alster, you robbing bastard. be a £1, get the 10 quid back and get the ones that I've got for free. I can't find any online. I'll probably stop making them now. I say 2005 is a while back now. But it's just weird stuff you find there. You wouldn't think there was some kit. Now the find of the day, probably, maybe the find of the year. Maybe. Just one item. Said to these ladies that I go into the shop, you know, any gaming stuff. And she said, "Oh yeah, I think we've got some upstairs." Usually it's just the usual, you know, some sort of PS2 shit, 360 and Wii. There's, you know, the odd thing comes out of it. It's nothing amazing generally. And there's a little pile of PS1 titles, and this one was on the top, and my heart was like, fuck. Hopefully the other one was in with it, and it wasn't. It was just all like wrestling ones. But I looked at it, I said, "Is this the price?" Because sometimes they rotate stock around the store. She said, "Oh, that's the price." I thought, well, I'm just going to pay it. I'm not even going to haggle. Normally they're about £1 a game, but I thought, well, fuck it, I'll pay it. So for £2.50, I've got a very mint condition Castlevania Chronicles. So yeah, £2.50. I've been looking at this on CEX. It's obviously Symphony of the Night's the one you want, and I thought if that's on, then, you know, because usually if people have bought certain games, have bought, you know, similar genres and stuff like that, but sadly that was not the case. But for £2.50, I can't remember what this is on CEX. It might be 60 quid, I don't know, but it is. This would be a minter, I tell you. So I can't remember what I picked up over the year. It might not be the bargain, but fuck me, I tell you what, to round the year off with that, absolutely amazing. Amazing. Just amazing. I'm not going to spunkle my beer over me like Holly did. That was funny. That's why you don't drink out of bottles. Go and check Holly out anyway. Holster TV. She's a funny old cat. She's not old. She's a young girl. But yeah, she's a good watch. Needs to put some lights on though, Bab. Open the curtains. She's like a fucking vampire sitting in the dark. Get some lights on the go. The great watch anyway. Does all pick up shit, and she's lots of modern game as well. So if that's your thing, right, anyway, come on into a retro. Let's talk about all this shit that I've got here. So, do eBay. I talked about this game last video when I picked up a certain missing manual. I sort of said, you know, I might have to sort of bite the bullet, buy the whole game and get the manual separately. Went on there and there was one for sale in France. It's usually a French title. And I think they wanted 25 quid and £3 postage, something like that. 28 quid, which is a brilliant price. All it said is, like, well, I could read it in broken French, this particular game, complete. There's no pictures of it complete, but it said complete. I did attempt to message them to sort of see if they'd sell the manual. They said, "Oh, what value?" They offered a tenner. They never got back to me. And I just thought, you know what, Stu? You've got a bit of spare fucking paper. Just buy the fucking thing. You could sell yours back without the manual for 25 quid or 20 quid or whatever. So you're gonna, you know, you're getting the manual for what you want to pay for it anyway. And it is none other than Ratatouille. So that I have now got a full, complete, and it's the only fully box complete, whatever I'm going to call it, collection I've got. Because obviously other parts of the, you know, the four sets that I've got are missing. There's an odd game missing manual here and stuff like that. But the GameCube now is 100%, 100%. There's no missing manuals. Fuck all. Good way to round the year off. And this, I tell you, this is probably in better condition than one I've got. So just an upgrade. Just got to chip away at it. And I find that easy. That for me, that's the easier way to collect. It's not to try and beat myself up too much on condition, you know, and be overly anal about having been this, that, and the other. As long as psychologically, it's a psychological thing. If I've got it, then I start worrying less about it, and then when I can see it again, I'll upgrade it. It just takes pressure off myself. I don't know. There is no pressure. I think the rain's coming. Right. let's go sex shopping. Been pumping loads of fucking stuff through CEX lately, just buying stuff for upgrades and stuff like that. Loads of it have gone back. You've seen the condition of some of the stuff. I bought this again weeks back, along with the ET stuff come at the same time. Completely forgot till I was sorting through stuff. Thought, shit, I haven't shown that. This was one of them. It's a PS2 title. One of them ones that only had one in stock. Like £6, something like that. Five quid and £1, I don't know, 6 odd quid. Did the usual thing, check eBay. Actually, that's not a bad price, probably worth 20 quid, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. It's gone through, it's complete, great condition. It's a late release, so it's got the flimsier case, and it is Diabolic, the original Sin. Never heard of it. They ain't got a fucking Scooby-Doo. I did put it on the background, but there's no track mode, so I'm not on the head. That's why Abe's on. But yeah, so it's a thing. Weirdly enough, when I bought that, then I think then the next couple of days after there was another one that appeared, but I've not checked it since. But yeah, one of them sort of ones that just sort of skims under the radar. CX at the minute. You know, not worth. It's not a scalper's fee or anything like that. But if you're interested in getting them sort of niche ones, and not paying through the nose, it's a means to an end. You know, before they do go up in price, which they will, no doubt. No doubt about it. Right. Bit of Mega Drive. There was some of the stuff that I bought. That's gone back today. I showed the lads one of the games that were on there, and it's Power Strike 2. I think that's been on and gone off before I've got home on CX's site for the Master System. I bought it, it's not cheap, 150 quid. I thought, fucking, we'll take a wing at. It's the game I mentioned, I sort of said, oh, I bet it would be a fake. Well, it come through, and I opened it anyway. I thought, well, I can't remember what it was. It was something weird, like a weird time. I thought, I've got to open it, because obviously it's 150 quid sat there. And I couldn't wait until today to do it, sort of thing. But it was legit. It was a legit copy. It wasn't complete. There was no manual though, which was pretty much the state of mine was in. A slight upgrade on the insert, which is a good. So you know, winner winner chicken dinner, but only minor. So I've just put that back in, and I think, like I say, before I even got home, I checked when I got home, and it wasn't on their listings. I said that to the guys there. I said that won't stay long at all. I'll tell you that now. You'll sell that straight away. Because I know that someone mentioned Snowboard Kids 2. They had loose cart on the N64. That ended up being a fake. So yeah, it's there, but that's the thing with CEX. I know a lot of people are very dubious, very worried. Just don't take it fucking back. It's fake. It's wrong. It's shit. It's whatever. Give them my cash back. On a similar vein, there was someone put a post on one of the Facebook on Retro Realm. I think it was the Super Metroid Big Box, sort of saying 105 quid. Yeah, is that a good price? And a lot of people sort of saying, no, for that, yes. You know, if it's got the 72-page guide and this, that, and the other. So yeah, I ordered it, and it come through, and it was battered. There was no guide in it or nothing, and I thought 105 quid. I thought, no, fuck, it's going back, because that's the thing. Their Super Metroid box is both the big and the small one. It doesn't discern between the two. So again, using the sort of tact that I mentioned before, where I picked a title that was in one store, not in the other. Managed to source it from that store, but yeah, it was fucked. There's no flaps. The box is battered. There's no guide. Nah, you're all right. I'll wait. I'll say it wasn't something that I was mad to get, but I thought at 100, because it's usually about 180 quid, 190 quid. If you want to buy it on the Evil base, so I thought I'll chance it, but nah, it's gone back. So there's no real loss. It just means you've just got that kind of cash that's just in limbo. That's all. So you've got to be able to afford to do that, basically, I think is what I'm saying. Right. We've done it! We've done it, Matt! Soulfunk Retro. I have in my hand another copy of the Chaos Engine. There is another one coming. because apparently I didn't realise this, because I don't usually, you know, it's not something I'm really aware of. Wouldn't normally do this, but you can only order two of one item on an order with CX as well. So I ordered 2 Chaos engines. This was the first one. There's another one coming, which I don't know. I may still need. I don't know. But this one's come through. It is, the back's fucked, but it does have. Come on! Oh. So the one I've got, the copy I've got, which is here from before, which is quite nice. It's quite nice. It has no mate. A weird look. It's a different case as well. That's got the tab at the top and the bottom, and that's a. This is like a blue spine case. I don't think that's right. Hey, you fucker. So I will take that one out, because yeah, the case is smashed. Look, it's been bashed. It's just fallen to pieces. So yeah, I don't think that's the right case for it. That one will go back. So that makes it quite a nice. That gives me quite a nice Chaos engine now. For a box Chaos engine is 22 quid. Not bad, is it? Bit of fucking about. Not a lot of them tend to get a lot of fade on the spine, especially the text there fades quite badly. But no, quite happy with that now. And it took 6 months. I've got patience. Right, one that's peanuts, absolute peanuts. Didn't have it. I can't have. I'm filling holes. I'm filling holes in the Mega Drive collection, because I just seeing what's gone with how Nintendo are. I can just see Sega going the same way, especially look, you know, starting on the Saturn as well. And you just see these very average, you know, yeah, not rare or not like sought after, but just certain titles. Just the fucking price just keeps going up. I remember I watched Daz's video last night, Mr. Co Jones, and what was he was on about, like Last Duel and Snatcher and stuff, and he was sort of saying that just every couple of months it's 50 quid on top. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, this isn't one of them games at all, don't get me wrong, but applying that principle to it, I thought, well, look, Stu, you might as well buy it now. It's a couple of quid. You've got nothing to lose. It's come through. And I think what did I pay for it? 3 quid, I think. It's something stupid. It was 3 quid. One for me mate, the Sega Zombie, Scott Brand. It's another blue spine, and it's Sega Striker. Absolute shit football game. It looks like Italian 90, you know, in the arcades. I don't know if it is or not, but yeah, it's something of nothing. But for 3 quid, you know, it's, yeah, get on it. Why not? There's loads of others coming through as well. So I'm just chipping away at the sort of gaps that I've got. And so £3 a game, I'll buy that. I'll pay out the car boot. I said that to you before. Right, one that I took a punt on. Big style. Big styly. Now I can't remember. Bear with me. Because I'm not 100% sure what I paid for this. So I need to... what did it come with? It can come with one of these ones here. Sorry, I should have been better. No, it's not that one. That one. No. Come on, Stu, which one is it? Ah, there it is. Right, yeah. Okay. It's alright, because one, this came with 2 of the games which are fucked, so they're going. I'm not going to show you them. They're not bad as the other ones, like they're not smashed up. They're just, you know, the insert's a bit watered and teared and dinked, so it's just not right. So, I say, not as bad examples as, was it Gynog and the other one, I can't remember what it was now. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's just 35 quid. So yeah, not cheap, but I thought if it's the one that it might be. It's not. I think 35's not an overall bad price. It's not great. It's not. It's not steal. If I paid, obviously I paid cash for this. I've, you know, basically exhausted any sort of CX credit I may have built up. Spent that on other stuff anyway. But this is a series that I've got one of them for. So and it's one of them ones, you know, when you don't realise, fuck, I keep seeing that, and I always convince myself I've got them, but I haven't. Basically, I haven't. This got a German-only power release, so them that are all clued up on their Sega Mega Drive will know what I'm talking about. About 130 odd quid game, something like that. 125, 130 quid game. This is 35 quid, not cheap. It's still an English version, but it's not the PAL reskin. I think Japanese wise and the US wise, I don't think there's much in it price. I think 35 might be about the going rate. If it come through in any less condition, right, I'll tell you that it would have gone bad. But this is an absolute minter. I don't know why this has not been listed as mint, so I'll keep it purely based on that. And it's Thunder Force 3. So the sort of PAL version of this, basically the outside says Genesis. It all looks like the Genesis game. I'm pretty sure of it. Where it differs is you have two manuals. One is like an English one and one's a German one, but the cartridge is where it's changed because it doesn't have the Genesis logo there. It's just basically, I think it's just a standard picture. I'm sure it's just missing the Genesis logo. But you know, as you can see yourself, guys, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it at all. So pretty similar to Crossfire. And why Crossfire's on that as a PAL game, I don't know, because it's not a PAL game, but this is technically. So they've just took it in, and I'm pretty sure if it had been a Japanese version, they probably rejected it. But say it, pretty fucking mint for a CEX game. 35 quid, a lot of money still, but I think that's not a bad price. So that is that. We're done. We're up to date as much as we're going to get this year. So there's a few more things that I've got to filter through from CX. Nothing really amazing. That was probably the biggest sort of, you know, biggest lottery, biggest gamble, if it paid off. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. Yeah, so at that price I'll still keep it. So 2017, I think it's pretty good year for me to go from the gaming, from the collecting side. I think the Switch, standout item for me. You know, the other formats, nah, I sold it all on, punted it all on. PS3 went, didn't it? The PS4 went. I ain't fucking missed it at all. I ain't missed them at all. And the arse just falls out of them games in terms of pricing. If I was a current gen gamer, I wouldn't be buying any game on fucking release. I tell you that now. It's stupid. The prices just drop. Within a month, 2 months, it's 10-15 quid less. But yeah, event wise, it was a good year. I think there was some nice variants in terms of the sort of quality of different events. Really good to see Revival back and doing what it does best. That was probably one of the standout you know, expos for me, if you'd like. Manchester was good. I mean, you know, especially in terms of the Skyscraper reveal, that really made that whole weekend, and that was probably the best gaming weekend that I've had. That's, like I mentioned before, since the first Manchester one, but purely based on the combination of the Play Expo and then Skyscraper Reveal at Arcade Club. But I think as a standalone entity, it was just really nice to see Revival sort of getting to where it was well, I think it's going to get to. So yeah, I mean, other than the car boots for me, I was speaking to Holly, and keep mentioning it because it's just speaking to her yesterday. For me, it's slightly different because I'm not trying to collect the stuff that most other people would be if you're collecting it. Obviously, I'm not, you know, I don't need to buy and sell stuff to pay the bills or anything like that. It's just to fund the collection. So it takes the pressure off a little bit. But I said to her, it still doesn't stop, you know, the old fucking adrenaline going when you sort of see a box of PS1 games come out and stuff like that, because that's the thrill of the hunt. You know, that's part of that's that drug. But if nothing's there, I'm not as disheartened. It doesn't, you know, it's just like, yeah, I'll just save my money now. Whereas, you know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I'd be fucking pissed off. I'd be really, well, you guys have been watching it for a long time, would know how, you know, fucking lizards. They still, you know, that's just the nature of the beast. You know, you run with the wolves, you're going to get bitten. And you have to accept that. So hopefully we'll be booting next season. I don't see any reason why not. We'll see what the weather's like, because if it carries on like it has been last couple of days, I mean, my garden's flooded. We'll see. I mean, they usually start around Easter, give or take. So that's probably when that, you know, them videos will kick in again. I'm not gonna. Yeah, a few people sort of say, "Why didn't you do the GoPro thing?" You know, like a lot of the guys do. I've thought about it for a couple of years. I thought, well, look, these guys do it a lot better. I'm just going to be jumping on the bandwagon. You know, yeah, probably I'll have a different take if you hear me giving it the old fucking that. It probably would be amusing, I don't suppose, in some instances. But then I don't want to be just another sort of carbon copy of everyone else that's doing, you know, car boot video footage. I want to leave them guys to do it because that's what they're good at doing. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You know, I've thought about different things. I don't know. We'll have a think. See what the new year brings. But talking new year, talking events, talking expos, etc., and all the markets and stuff like that. I've kind of not really thought too much, you know, in terms of them kind of events, especially not ones later on, like, you know, you play Manchester or anything like that. It's way too far. But looking more towards the early start of next year, I ain't doing Blackpool. I'll tell you that now. I will not be attending Play Expo Blackpool. It's too close. It's like February the 15th. Ain't gonna happen. I'll tell you that now. I've said this to the lads as well. Not that like I'm not any authority. I've just sort of said, look, I won't be going. Because funds, etc. It's too close. I know that there's a market, I think it's Steve Smith's, it's on the 27th of Jan, and that's too close. I need to check when Doncaster's on. I'm not sure when Doncaster is on. I'll have to have a look, see what my mate Rob's doing. I need to catch up with Rob. Hopefully he's had a good Christmas and New Year. Because yeah, I'm trying to get into that point now where for me it's just, I might just need to just do loads of bargain bins and just punt stuff on, you know, like fill your boots and get it gone, really, get it out of the way, start thinning some of the clutter down. So that's the sort of, you know, the early start of next year. I'm sure Doncaster might be March time, but for me, I'm going to put all my eggs into the revival basket, if you like. So yeah, especially when the new year rolls around and everything sort of settles down a bit, I'll get my hotel booked. You know, I'm going to stay over because that will be my Blackpool, if you like. I've cleared it with the missus, so I'm all set. I've got my pass out, if you like. So that's going to be the plan for next year, really. I'm going to put more into revival because I like where that's going. I like what Craig's doing there. I spoke to him at Arcade Club at Skyscraper Reveal, and you know, he's got Dave Perry on board, the games animal. There should be someone else, hopefully, that may be on board and stuff like that. And I think it's going in the right direction. It's going back towards that, for the geeky collector, retro gamer, rather than the mass sort of Comic-Con people, if that makes sense. I know it sounds a bit snobberish, but it's not the case. It's just what I like and what I enjoy. You know, shoot me down if you want, but that's just how it is. I'll still go to Play Expo Manchester because I think that's a great event. I like Blackpool because I like Blackpool for the setting, but it's just too early. Overall, been a good year. So I've done the Saturn set. That can't be a bad thing, can it? There's a few little odds and sods to tie up in terms of just the odd game here and there. I've got some box protectors coming. So that's good. That's a good. And yeah, so hopefully next time you see me will be the full Saturn set collection video. Right, take it easy YouTube, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.